finish flush. So my idea is to pull it back flush. As long as I keep doing this movement, that's my 30 degrees. Hi guys, welcome back to Douglas Forest and Garden. I'm here today to give you some very important information to people who have got chainsaws. Now, with the advent of all the stores out there, there is all sorts of chainsaws, all makes, all models. A lot of them poor quality, but the one thing they all have is similar chains. The chains that are on chainsaws come in three sizes. We have 3/8 low profile, we have 325 and 3/8 full. Now I know that doesn't make any sense to you, but I'm going to show you today the difference and what you should be able to attain to. A lot of people go out with their chainsaws and they end up cutting and all they get is dust. They're not getting chippings. And I'm going to show you the best tool that I've ever come across for sharpening. And I don't care who you are, I can make the least experienced person as good as the professionals when it comes to sharpening your chain, and it's going to be with this tool. But first of all, I'll show you the chains and what you can aspire to. This is a new chain here, right? That's called 325 chain. This is 3/8 low profile. Low profile basically is shorter, right? It doesn't stick out as much. This is a heavier chain. This is the type of chain you'd find on a lot of the cheaper little Aldi type saws. And this and this and this all have to be sharpened the same way. So if you look at the length of your tooth, this is your cutting tooth. And this is what you hope you'll get out of it. See what's left? See how much has gone off the actual cutting tooth? Now, I would say 1 in 10 people that come into us for a new chain only have a chain like this. Most people have this chain that's slightly burred and they ask for a new chain. So you're spending 20, 25, 30 euros on a new chain when there's no need to. Right, if you can look here, the chain on my right hand side, as you can see, is a full toothed brand new chain, and this on the left hand side is a well-worn value for money chain. This guy got his money's worth out of it. So he sharpened it perfectly, got it down to the end of life, which is this line here, and as you can see, the depth gauge has been taken down. So this saw chain has done exactly what it was designed to do: go back to end of life and cut perfectly. Your new chain that starts out like that, to be still good, can go down to this. And I'm going to show you how you get that. Now, people come into our shop and they come in and say they need a file for their chainsaw. It ain't as easy as that, because you have 3 different type chains. It can be either or either. And there's different files. And if you have a look here, that's a file and that's a file. Look at the size. So that won't work on the small one and that won't work on the big one. So you need to know the type of chain. Either bring in your chain, or there should be instructions in the book that you got to tell you what type of chain you have. So this fantastic tool has 2 round files and has a flat file. Now, when you look at this chain, you look on sideways to it, you'll see that the teeth, they're not flat, they're kicked back a little bit. And look at what's in front of it. What's in front of it is the depth gauge. We call it the raker. This determines the bite that this tooth takes into the timber. That's when you use a new chain, you'll find that you have a fantastic little chip that flies out of the back, right? To get that all the time, you need to adjust the front raker when you sharpen the tooth, okay? So here you have the round file, which will sharpen your tooth. The flat file will take down, when needed, the raker, this little guy out here in front. So how does it work? The important thing I was saying to you about is the angle. So the angle, it's offset. This actually is 30 degrees. So if I offer up the bottom file to this cutter tooth here, offer it up, sit it into it, bring it forward. Once that is flush with my chainsaw bar, that gives me 30 degrees, right? I have an arrow. If you look here, there's an arrow. The arrow basically tells me to sharpen in the away stroke. Because every file, no matter what file it is, has a rasp only on one side, not on two sides. That's why you sharpen, pull back, sharpen, pull back. So that's the movement I'm going to try and get you to do. So go back to this tooth. In she goes. Bring it forward. Finish flush. So my idea is to pull it back flush. As long as I keep doing this movement, that's my 30 degrees. So I reach around, clamp my blade, grind. Hear that lovely grind? It's the away stroke. Pull back, no grind, forward. So that's what I'm going to do. What that's going to give me is a lovely sharp edge. And if and when this raker, which now might be protruding, it'll be taken down by the flat file. Now to do the other side, turn over the machine. So I have my direction, as you can see, but look, I don't have my 30 degrees. So I turn it over, still don't have it. So turn it over, bottom file again. I'm going to do the right hand teeth. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this tooth here, bottom file, offer it up to this tooth, in she goes, bring it forward. Now, as you can see, this is flush with the bar. So the idea is to teach my hand to stay on this position all the time, which is 30 degrees, right? So after a while, it becomes second nature and you get into a lovely rhythm, right? So back stroke, take the pressure off it. On the forward stroke, you can hear that lovely grind. So the thing you need to know on this is A, this angle, and B, this direction. And that will sharpen your teeth to perfection. So that one tool sharpens every one of these teeth. But this tool fits this chain. That's a 325 chain. This is a 325 file. This is a 38, 4mm. That's to do the thinner chain, this chain. So you must know your chain. Once I know what chain you have, or once you know what chain you have, you can then get the proper file or the file tool. Now, what's great about this, it is all replaceable, right? So look, as they wear, out they come. So handy little tool. Everywhere that chainsaw goes, whether it's up to the field, out to the farm, up to the forestry, that tool goes with that saw. And every 35, 45 minutes, you take out your sharpening tool, get the proper edge. Proper edge basically means your productivity goes through the roof. You're cutting timber the right way, you've got chippings, and you have a good day's work done. So guys, you're looking for a good tool, find out what you have, let me know what you have, and I can supply the right tool for you. Thank you very much.